If you're a buyer in the market now, I know it can be extremely frustrating with all of the multiple offers, even the first week in January. But I'll tell you what, this past weekend, I had 2 buyers get homes in multiple offer situations. They did not go over asking price, and they didn't write one of those cheesy letters to the seller. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do that. So here's 5 tips for getting that multiple offer one without writing the cheesy letter, without writing the appraisal gap, and without going way over. Number 1, I have to tell you, be flexible in your time frame. This means as a buyer, you have to start early in your home search. If you're thinking about your lease is gonna be up in May, now is the time. Now's the time to start. Why is that? Because a lot of sellers, they need time to get out, find a new home, move. Maybe they're looking for a home on the other end. So you have to be super flexible. Most loan programs will allow you to rent back the property to the seller for up to 60 days. That gives you a lot of time and they can pay your mortgage, but if you want to throw a little bonus to the seller, maybe you make that free. That's good thinking. Number 2, do not ask for concessions. There are too many grants and programs out there available for you, and the seller has various fees on their end that are way more than yours. You should never be asking for concessions as a buyer. You're not gonna win in a multiple offer situation. Now, if the home has been stale, on the market a while, that's okay. You can ask for concessions on that one. But if you're gonna win multiple offers and you want the seller to pay your closing costs, no. Call us, we'll tell you about all the loan programs, all the grant programs are available where you don't have to do that and you can win the multiple offer. Thirdly, that brings me to your realtor has to be your advocate. They can't have a reputation for beating up the seller and lowballing. They need to get on the phone with the listing agent, show how great a buyer you are, and they have to have a reputation for working well with other agents and sellers. They can't have a bad rep out there, guys, and you shouldn't be using your cousin that just got licensed 2 weeks ago. This is too important a decision. You have to work with a professional, have somebody that's got your back that has done this hundreds of times. Oh, that brings me to number 4 right here. Your lender has to be your advocate. Being on the listing side, I can tell you when a lender calls me and says how great a buyer they have, how well qualified they are, how this house is gonna close no matter what, that lender is your advocate. They are so important in the process. I will tell you what, that I only have a lender call me occasionally on multiple offers. I could have 10 offers, I'll get 1 lender call me, and then I can go to the seller and say, hey, this is a great buyer, the lender is on top of it. Lender has to be fighting for you just like the realtor. Shop these things. This is too important a decision, guys, to just leave it to chance. You have to shop, you have to interview, you gotta know who you're working with. Lastly, you have to know what's important to the seller. What is important? What's their time frame? When do they need to be out? Are they gonna leave with the property? They need you to understand like, hey, maybe the roof is 15 years old, might not be brand new. They need to know that you're not gonna go in and say, hey, I want a brand new roof after getting that home under contract. So it's a lot more than just the price. You have to know what's important to the seller too. That doesn't mean that your needs aren't important, but hey, sometimes just getting a house is the best victory. Don't get frustrated, keep a positive attitude, and go out there and hey, let's win some multiple offers.